Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, awakened masters of the one true living light. Today we have another powerful 2222 portal on May 20th, 2022. The life force of Ma'at shines through all living hearts for full compression breakthrough into diamond crystal minds of indestructible light. We are transforming into our adamantine Buddha rainbow bodies of infinite light. No doubt, no fear, no thing to do but be in the realization of our innate true nature of cosmic consciousness. This is the oneness with the God, Goddess head that is the source of all consciousness. In this affirmation, we step into our wayshower roles as dragon guardians of Terra Nova Gaia, mothership Earth of the universal fleet of the new Jerusalem. We step out of and transcend all limiting beliefs that keep us from our full activation and transfiguration in our resurrection and ascension into the holiest of holies. Our Solaris continues to pop off more solar flares with C-class and another M-class flare today at M3, transmitting more gamma plasma waves of adamantine particles and rays of higher dimensional light for the daily DNA upgrades and activations. We also have more beams of white light appearing on the Schumann charts today at amplitudes of 32 Hz, 42, 23, and another big blast at 48 Hz. Fifth dimensional energetics flowing in from the great central sun, Hunab-Ku. We are witnessing very strong activity in the Schumann resonance over the last few days, synchronizing with the new galactic spin on the Mayan Zolkin calendar. The winged nations are with us now for full acceleration into the quickening of the flight of human consciousness into the new heaven upon the new earth. The Dragon Nation are assisting Gaia and all her children in our ascension process. The red dragons appeared yesterday on Red Magnetic Dragon Day in Tibet over our sacred Himalayan mountains. As we gently smile, guiding the love within to loosen the pericardium, the silver sac surrounding the heart, and the scales of the seals are released to reveal our vulnerable, childlike nature as free spirits of the new earth. We activate the electrical magnetic potential within the bundle of Hiss at the center of our heart to blaze the white gold flame of infinite God consciousness. Our daily mindfulness practices take some time out of each day as you do a daily task or meditation. Be mindful of your thoughts. Be aware of what you feel in your physical vessel and allow your thoughts to rise and fall, letting go of whatever arises. Allow everything you hear to carry you to the silence, everything you feel to guide you to the stillness. If you are in movement, be conscious of your steps and your environment. Turn each activity into mindfulness practice. Stay vigilant in your positive thoughts, emotions, and actions for full awakening and transformation of eternal waking consciousness. Aho! Welcome, beloved beings of light. I am Paul White Gold Eagle from PrimeDisclosure.com. We have many powerful transmissions again for you today from our sacred New Earth scribes, so be sure to stick around to the very end. And please do us a favor, share this video with your teams and tribes all over this realm. And now let us continue with the Sabian symbols. Right now the moon is at 9 degrees, 20 minutes Aquarius. The sun is at 0 degree, 8 minutes Gemini. The current Sabian symbol for the sun at 1 degree Gemini. A glass-bottom boat reveals undersea wonders. And the current Sabian symbol for the moon at 10 degrees Aquarius. A popularity that proves to be fleeting, from astrologyweekly.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Christina Morachetti, throat area, anchoring light, integrating codes in our cells, transcending duality, realities, collapsing and rebuilding so quickly in this moment. And from Divine Brother of the Light, Francois Braun, it takes no time to establish your connection with oneness. It takes only your own focused intent, undistracted, surrendered, fully available to receive. That is all. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Ali Ray, beloveds, if you find yourself overwhelmed, confused, emotional, trapped in mental loops, or any manner of despair, bring yourself back to your breath. Place your hands on your heart and breathe long and slow. Allow yourself to breathe easy as you are being unwound. You don't need to do anything. The unwinding is happening for you. Simply sit and breathe in peace. As much as possible, allow yourself to be the witness of what is happening without identifying with it. It is all simply energy in motion. It is all energy moving in a manner to assist in your blooming and propelling you through a divine tunnel within your heart. All is truly well. Take it nice and easy. One long, slow, deep breath at a time. You are so very, very loved. Love is, love is, love is. God is, God is, God is. And from Divine Brother of the Light, Jason Estes. Update. We did it. Portal now closed, world templated path clearly defined, and votes ready to rock. Take the rest of this month to celebrate and prepare for the massive cleanup of the world that comes next. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Maureen Samper. 144,000. By your words, thoughts, and emotions you can create. What you see in your mind by repetition becomes your reality. I am love. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Lisa Marie Wright. You are here now to live your most magnificent life. Are you ready for a life beyond your wildest dreams, beyond what the mind can comprehend, beyond all limits, beyond where we have ever gone before? Here we glow. Game over. The matrix is being completely shut down. Only love and peace remain. Love light has won. It is done. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Ra James. We are in a Pleiadian portal until the 24th. Our sun is moving into a powerful alignment with the Pleiades right now. Our sun and the Pleiades have begun a cosmic dance that they do each year. They intertwine, creating an infinity symbol. They will stay in this dance until the summer solstice. The summer solstice is June 21st. The Pleiades will begin to rise before dawn during the summer. That means from now until the summer solstice, the sun and the Pleiades continue to merge together. That infinity sign above us is bringing some major activations. The infinity sign symbolizes eternity. It's also a powerful energy and sign for any twin flames. Certain souls are bound or tied together. It's an unbreakable bond meant to last until infinity. An intertwined ribbon that leads them back together. It is your destiny to find each other. That means the time, place, or circumstances won't matter. You will be brought together again and again, life after life. Many are being made aware of these connections if they are in them. We are also receiving more and more energy each day. Each day is getting longer. This week we are receiving the light of Alcyon. Alcyon is the Pleiades' brightest star. It's 7 times brighter than our own sun. These energies are going to be bringing up many past life and past karmic wounds. There is a major healing that needs to take place. We are shifting into a higher frequency. As we are, our DNA is activating. That's why you are feeling where you need to work on your energy on a physical level. It's important that we are letting our body guide us through this process. From sparksofdivinelighthealing.com. And from Divine Brother of the Light, Michael Love. The Earth Alliance Global Ascension Symptoms Elevated, 5/20/2022. Great one. We know you've been feeling it. As we move into another supergalactic weekend, the Earth Alliance reports that a constant, sustained level of powerful, high vibrational light has been streaming into Earth over the last 2 weeks, and the starseeds of Earth are working to integrate this massive dose of light into the layered body system. A very active solar region has turned Earth-facing, and the sun has unleashed one flare after another towards Earth. In just 14 days, Earth has endured 1 X-class flare, 7 M-class flares, and around 40 C-class flares. On top of it all, solar winds have been sustained at speeds above 500 kilometers a second for almost a week straight now. An intense level and duration of cosmic light, like Earth has experienced, takes its toll on the auric field of the body, and the starseeds of Earth have just been super pounded for nearly 2 weeks now. Strong Ascension symptom reports on a global level are in an elevated state tonight, and here are the primary symptoms being reported from this latest light event. Near constant headache, even migraine, accelerated dehydration, elevated BP, third eye pressure, feeling spaced out and disoriented, tiredness, weakness, sleep difficulty, vivid dreams, experiencing a noticeable reality shift. Inside chatter among Earth Alliance members this week shows that a very real timeline shift took place right around the time of the blood moon eclipse, and many starseeds around the world are commenting about it. Many light beings around the Earth are saying they woke up after the blood moon and had a high conscious awareness that their timeline had shifted in a positive way. These light beings found themselves existing on an upgraded and better timeline literally overnight. A reality shift like this is exactly what happens when enough light comes into a being, and this is how we are moving ever further into the 5th dimension. The Pleiadians say that in Earth year 2022, humanity's ascension has escalated into super high gear, and this is indeed the great time when the entire planet is moving into the 5th dimension. The universe is certainly doing its part by sending record levels of light to Earth, and this is the light that activates dormant DNA, expanding conscious awareness levels. Great one. It is quite a challenge to take this amount of light into the human body system, but this is why you came. You take this light into your body, you hold it in your cells, then anchor it into the Earth grid, where it can be accessed by all other beings of Earth. You are compassionate enough to assist the others. You are very able to do it, and you are certainly brave enough. We give you great honor for bringing the light to planet Earth. During this energetic time, be sure to be in nature to ground. Only ingest natural light energy foods. Hydrate. Keep crystals nearby to channel this light into the Earth. Practice gentle self-care. Get some rest. Sleep. Just take it slow and easy until these light codes integrate into the body. An intense metamorphosis is underway right now on Earth, so just breathe it all in. You will feel super awesome and will be more advanced and much stronger when it is done, so hang in there. Let us know what ascension symptoms you may be experiencing from this latest light event. Godspeed, great beings of light, from 5DEarthProject.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light Minima, Starseeds. This portal has felt like a deep dive into the depths of our shadows and darkness. All that is not aligning has to go. All that doesn't fit your new paradigm has to go. Playing small and playing it safe all has to go. Whenever I go through such an intense portal, it forces me to see where in my life I'm rigid when it comes to change. This Scorpio full moon brought up where we are wanting to be liked or seen or even accepted in a paradigm focused on not seeing you. Now this belonging has to be looked at energetically, because which area of your life is pushing you out? The energy of belonging and fitting in is strong when your reality has collapsed or is collapsing. The ego will try to find somewhere else to fit and perpetuate the loop of sameness, but life is different, beloveds, and you are existing and living in many different realms of consciousness. Your job is to create your path energetically, not from the hive mind, but from the higher mind. I've said it and I'll say it again, everything is an illusion, and we are living through many simulations until we align with New Earth, which is simply a higher paradigm of consciousness. As you go through this shift, it may feel like your life is falling apart. Let it. You cannot be what you are used to in this new world. Everybody has a hand in this collapse, and now is not the time to be complacent. Take righteous actions to assist in the shift. Now is not the time to sit back and watch. You didn't come here for that. You came to be deliberate creators of change. If you feel like you are losing your mind, you're on track. Disconnect from the hive mind that has capped people in their movements, actions, free will, sovereignty. This portal was getting us ready for the massive energies coming through with the Lion's Gate portal. Yes, we are there already. Time no longer exists. We are multidimensional, and the frequencies don't have a date. It is all happening. It shows up in your reality when you align with it. From motherofstarkeeping.com and from Divine Sistar of the Light, Aurora Ray, Gaia's Ascension update. As I have stated before, the energies on Gaia are changing. Many things are happening as a result of the change in energy. One of these is that the core of Gaia is being re-energized, and this will create an acceleration in the changes that are occurring. In this message, I again want to speak of some of the changes that are taking place as we near the completion of this cycle. I ask you to look at these things with a clear mind and an open heart. The energies of Gaia are changing. As a result, there will be some massive changes that will take place throughout the year 2022. This change has been foretold in your ancient past, but it is not known by your current society. This energy change is affecting all aspects of your lives, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, as well as your planet itself. You have had many questions about what really happened to you in the last 2 years, and why so many of you felt confused or lost for a while. The reason for this is that the Ascension process was activated on Gaia Mind, Gaia, after which you were to go through an intense cleansing process before entering the light body process properly. However, since you are approaching the level of lower consciousness that was required for the old paradigm to be dissolved, and thus your real selves could not enter into these processes. This is why you have been left confused or disoriented for a while. We told you that this would happen when we introduced the light body process to you. We also said that once it happens, you will have no choice but to let go of most of what currently holds you back from being your true self, your old paradigm self, and begin experiencing life in a completely different manner than what you are used to now. The Ascension process is a natural process. It is also one of the most profound changes you will ever experience. Many of you feel different, lighter physically and energetically, more sensitive to your surroundings, and even more in tune with the spiritual world. You may have noticed that other people around you don't see what you do or hear what you hear. You are a light worker and have been for a long time. Your experiences have been different from others, yet it does not make them any less important or valid than anyone else's. The Ascension process is for everyone, not just those who are working on Gaia. The Ascension is also happening at a much faster pace now, and it may feel like you're drowning in all of these experiences. The Ascension process is not an easy one. It is an evolution, and at this point in your history, your evolution is being accelerated. This is the main reason why so many of you are feeling disoriented, anxious, and fearful. These symptoms can be severe, but they will pass as the changes intensify. The Ascension process will have many different events that will occur in the days and months ahead. All of these changes are positive, even if they don't seem so at first. Your Ascension process is a natural one, as it should be. You are being given the opportunity to experience a number of things at this time that is new to you. You are being given the opportunity to experience true freedom and unconditional love. You are being given the opportunity to experience boundless joy and happiness for no reason other than because you chose it. These new experiences may seem foreign to you now, but that is completely understandable. It takes time for new experiences to become familiar ones. Have you ever had a moment of such intense happiness that you felt like your heart was going to burst? And what if that feeling didn't go away, but instead got stronger and stronger? That's what's happening to humanity right now. One of the most common things people have been experiencing is a strange sensation in between their eyebrows, the spot of their third eye. It can be described as a warm, tingly feeling, or it might even feel like electricity is running through your body. These sensations are caused by human beings raising their vibrations. Gaia and her inhabitants are undergoing an ascension process where they are moving into higher frequencies of existence. The ascension process has already begun, but it will continue to accelerate until 2023, when most people have completed the process. What does this mean for you? If you're like most humans, you don't know what is happening and why it's happening. The truth is that the vast majority of human beings living on Earth are not aware that consciousness exists beyond the physical plane. Most only believe in material reality or think that consciousness is limited to their own thoughts and feelings. Ascension is about waking up from this limited consciousness. Once you realize that you are more than a body and that time is not the endless parade of identical moments that it seems to be, then you have taken the first step toward awakening. Ascension is about attaining wholeness. When we experience wholeness brought about by our own higher selves, we experience bliss. Wholeness has nothing to do with sameness, but rather an expansion into the infinite variability of what each of us is in totality. The divine light is returning to Earth, and we will experience a massive vibrational shift as we prepare for the new Earth. We love you dearly. We are here with you. We are your family of light. Aho, Aurora Ray, Ambassador of the Galactic Federation, from thegalacticfederation.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Judith Kusel. The joy of creation. When planet Earth was first created, she was known as the crown jewel of creation. She was vibrant, beautiful, filled with new life, and thus all who passed here in their great motherships admired her and wanted to experience her. Thus the first who created her and brought life into form and being upon her petitioned the Intergalactic Federation and asked if they could continue living here and thus start civilization here in earnest. Thus Elysium, the first civilization, was born. In those days, billions of Earth years ago, there was but one single continent, which geologists now identified as the supercontinent. This embraces all of Africa. Elysium was indeed the first paradise, and what we all subconsciously remember, it was seventh dimensional. You can read all about Elysium and the Second Kingdom after the Wars of Heaven in my book, Why I Was Born in Africa. The previously unrecorded history of Elysium and the Lion Kingdom. In the meantime, she has gone through massive and dramatic changes, as those who colonized her tended to end civilization after civilization in war and destruction, and it was with the fall of Atlantis that even more havoc was wreaked, and this was because the black magi of Atlantis nearly blew up the whole planet with atomic lasers, and thus by divine intervention the great floods happened, and Atlantis sunk forever under the sea, and humanity indeed into the seas of forgetfulness. Yet this is the time when all the old Atlantean legacies are now ending. The old Earth indeed has ceased to be and has since the 5th of July 2020, and with the 22nd of February 2022, the new golden age was officially born. I am so excited and filled with joy this morning as I am writing it, for I have been shown last night what the new golden age will look like and bring. A new humanity, and back into the 5th dimensional state, and then ascending back into the 7th. A new human race embracing the new light body, the new Adam Kadmon body, and thus indeed fully embracing the illumined state, as we resume our universal and cosmic citizenship, and return embraced back into the Intergalactic Federation. We are in a beautiful state of rebirth, and thus are ascending into a totally new life and new beginnings, and this means totally new. I have experienced so much in the last few weeks of what was possible and what is becoming possible again for humanity, and I am inspired. Become aware that at this very moment you are creating the future you. Yet know that the future you cannot take any of the baggage of the old 3D and the old Earth with it. If you are not willing to be transfigured and transformed and totally reborn, no thing is going to change. It means letting go on all levels now. You can only enter via the open heart, the power of love, and the infinite knowing of your own soul as one with the divine, thus embracing divinity within and claiming your true son-daughtership and living it as a master, God and goddess within you. The more one is lifted beyond the beyond, the more you become the unity, the peace, the harmony, the Christ soul you in truth are. You feel it, you live it, you experience it. You operate as the multidimensional, infinite soul you in truth are, as one with all that is. It means dissolving into a totally unknown, unexplored, and uncharted territory. Yet therein lies the greatest blessing. What a time to be alive and well on planet Earth. I love it. From JudithKusel.com. And from Divine Sistar of Light, Karen Lithica. Quantum Evolution. For the concept of light is expanding. The activation point of each soul is activating. The light mechanics of your world is reaching a higher phase of light acceleration, specifically aligned to those souls imprinted with the advancement of light. We see many souls activated to your personal light awareness as your light family continues to emerge and awaken from the slumber of your old world. We ask you to expand the dots of your light creation. See the pivotal moves of light taking place in your world. As you walk in the streets, consciously feel the awakening of each person. Your light evolution enables you to see the light progression in others. It is simply the role of observing light advancement, the collective consciousness of your world. The true light world is now awakening. Simply bathe in the light of your auric field to reach solitude and a higher light form. We send waves of light to the early way showers and the recently activated light souls. For the light bridge to the outer worlds is expanding like a cascading wave of light. As you individually anchor to the light signature of higher light communication, individually aligning to your light, with love for your journey, love equal unity. The Arcturians and Karen from KarenLithica.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Carolyn, 144 God Code. It's becoming easier to be the observer of your life and protect yourself. Fire purification is transmuting the previous embodiment that allowed things to happen to you at your own expense. Triggers may be revealing how to harness your emotions, to use better logic and discernment. Power is coming back into your hands through this process of elimination. Today it is better to avoid arguing with the people who are trying to get a rise out of you and choose to walk away into your new beginning. They can't come with you, so there's no point going backwards and engaging. This may even require releasing some material items, so do not cling on to them, even if they are being taken from you by deceptive people. Your harvest that is coming is much greater and more rewarding than what is leaving your life. Instead, focus on your reunion and homecoming. It's time to go back home, beloveds. As the veils clear and attacks come to an end, it's easier to see the path to get there. You are being directed by Spirit on how to travel through the portal between old and new earth. It's up to you to follow the direction, shed the old layers, and get to the finish line into your new beginning. In Jesus Christos' name, Amen. God bless you, Carolyn Kundalini Twin Flames. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Adrian Elise. Gaia Daily, May 20th through the 23rd. Co-creation. Today the sun moves over into the sign of Gemini, crossing paths with Mercury retrograde, just as Mercury moves back into the sign of Taurus this weekend. This Mercury retrograde is all about coming back into the expression of our greater truth. Mercury and the sun together are asking, who are you, or who are you not, with or without your expression? We are all being asked to come forward with a more accurate representation of who we really are to the world, to be brave and stand strong in our truth. Mercury turns direct June 3rd and comes out of retrograde shadow on June 18th. We have been feeling Saturn and squared to the sun for this last week since the powerful lunar eclipse. Saturn in Aquarius is challenging our permission to be who we really are. Saturn has made it to 25 degrees, as far as he will go in Aquarius this year, and will be turning retrograde the first week of June. Mars and Neptune together in Pisces is bringing up powerful emotions. We are having an opportunity to completely rewire our subconscious and let go of deep-rooted programming and patterns. It's not pretty when these arise, but the energy is ripe to let it all wash away, harmoniously and efficiently. Feel fully, but also don't hold on. Energies are shifting rapidly. Let the tears flow and emotional energies move. Take care of yourself. We are unloading massive baggage in a short amount of time. Mars is getting activated as the spiritual warrior together with Neptune, now coming to the end degrees of Pisces. Deep and powerful emotions are moving the old griefs out of our life. It feels heavy, but really we are lightening our load. A powerful surge of energy is coming with Mars getting ready to move over into his home sign of Aries on the 24th. He will be joining Jupiter and Venus, bringing a huge bloom of Aries energy. It's time to stand up and take back what's ours, our life force, and our world. Mars moving into Aries will be catching up to Jupiter. They will come together at 3 degrees Aries at the end of the month, bringing an exponential power surge. Mars and Jupiter together in Aries is a massive expansion of power and life force. This is stimulating a willingness to fight for the life and world we want. This degree of Aries is about finding our way out of the delusion of separation and back into the feeling a part of something bigger. It's about coming together with our energy and making something more than the parts. We are being invited to once again find our place in the greater picture. This is activating our individual role in this adventure, and supernova souls are realizing they might have a much bigger role than they thought. This is about working together and feeling included in a greater cause. The current spiritual crisis is helping humanity come together against a common enemy and feel again a part of a human tribe. We are all being asked to step up into our power and fight for the good of the whole. Humanity and supernova souls have felt stuck in a tragic sense of alienation, but now it's time to come back to the team and get to work on what we came here to do. We are realizing the massive potential of empowered humans working together. Mars and Jupiter in Aries will be in square to Black Moon Lilith, representing our deepest hidden psyche in Cancer. This is bringing up distortions of the feminine and an opportunity to heal the Dark Mother archetype. Our empowerment requires us to heal the mother wound and delusion of separation in order to come back into harmonious relationship with our feminine and masculine within. We are learning to receive and be cared for. It's a big part of co-creating New Earth and what this astrology is all about. From AdrianElise.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Leah Whitehorse. Mercury retrograde in Gemini, sextile Jupiter in Aries. Sun conjunct Sedna in Taurus. Knowledge expands under Mercury's influence. The pieces begin to fall into place when we understand how life is affected by our thoughts, especially as Mercury is in retrograde motion. Share your ideas, your visions, your hopes. Write that novel. Think in positive terms about the future. Talk to those from different places and backgrounds to widen perspective. Learn a language or even just a few words from a foreign tongue to pique your curiosity. Think back to school days as a child, what you learned, what you were good at, what you struggled with. Challenge yourself to increase what you know. Education is progress. Know your rights. With the sun meeting Inuit, see Goddess Sedna today. The spotlight is on critical issues connected to security, resources, and food. Sedna is now anoretic and activating a degree known as the Weeping Sisters. So we're also exploring issues connected to women, betrayal, survival, what's to be done when we're thrown overboard by those who are meant to protect us. The sun reminds us of our sovereignty, our queendom, our deepest values, and so we surface out of the ocean, bloodied, dripping, but ready to take on the world. Nothing keeps Sedna down for long. Rise up. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And today from 13 Moon Peace Time, the essence of the Red Dragon wave spell. The essence of Red Dragon is being, which is what we become when we are born, not doing, thinking, acting responsibly. Babies can only receive, be held, rest from their hectic emergence, and adjust to the new sound waves of the outer world. We stop being and start a laundry list of small jobs soon after, always struggling spiritually to hearken back to that earliest simplicity. In this red dragon moment, it is easier to recalibrate back to a loose focus on your life purpose, what you are, be, in this incarnation. You feel it simply, solidly, without excess words and images. By now much older than infancy, many red dragon wave spells of birthing layers of selfhood later, you will see how purposeful you have been, the human being that you have unveiled. Key 1.1. The one word to define or describe the entire 441 cube system is synchronotron. Synchronotron is a telepathic language system which defines the underlying root order of the multidimensional universe which we inhabit. 260 keys to synchronotron. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Keen 2, White Lunar Wind. Lunar is the name for the number 2, and its keywords are polarize, challenge, and stabilize. The second day of a wave spell can be a bit tricky because the number 2 is associated with challenge. I always say that the wave spell journey is like any other journey. It involves planning, consulting maps, and navigating your way. Day 2 is about removing obstacles so you may proceed. Think about this today. Bearing in mind we just started a new wave spell and a new spin of the Tzolk'in. These obstacles may involve things that could jeopardize your long-term plans if you don't deal with them. Today is white wind, which represents communication, breath, and spirit. Clearly, when white wind falls on a number 2 day, challenges with communication can be expected. Also consider it may be something you haven't said that has created an obstacle that is now in need of removal. Taking everything into consideration that has to do with the journey you are on right now. What words can polarize your challenge? If you need to say sorry or get something off your chest, then open up and speak your mind. On white wind days, it's also good practice to focus on your breath. Find a quiet space and still your mind. Listen to your breathing and pay attention to your body. This is a great discipline to incorporate into your routine. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio. White Lunar Wind 2 Eek Keen 2 20th of May 2022 Breathing New Life 20/5/2022 equal 256 equal 211 equal 22 equal 4. Day codes 20 The Awakening Clear Vision 2 Twins Cooperation Partner Duality 4 Form Structure Foundation Earth Angelic. Month year codes 5 Freedom Liberation Change Transformation Movement 6 Heaven Christ Family Romance Fertility 11 Illumination Portal Gate Polarity 2 20 22 The Architect of Peace Master Builder Keen 2 Twins Partner Cooperation 222. A very powerful magical day where the winds of change are guiding us to transform the duality challenges through cooperation and the guidance of Father God. Day 2 in the Red Mother Dragon wave spell where we are incubating in the womb of creation. We are being guided to focus on nurturance and compassion for ourselves, others, and our planet. Realizing the importance of self-love in the giving and receiving of unconditional love in order to grow and flourish and be born anew. Once we have been birthed by our mother on day 1, we connect with our new environment by taking our first breath as newborns and being faced with the challenges of starting afresh as a fledgling in a foreign new world, finding our way back home to our connection with our source once again. And so our journey of growth and discovery begins in a world filled with polarity, challenges, creating the friction needed for accelerated growth. Tone of creation lunar, tone 2 in the physical realm. The lunar tone represents the sacred twins, cooperation, relationship, polarity of male and female, and duality. Its action polarizes power challenges, essence stabilizing. Today is very heavily focused on pairings and relationships through the multiple 2 codes. 20 May 2022, Keen 2 plus the lunar tone 2, quadruple treat. 2222. Today is an exceptional day for balancing the conflict between polarities, people, partners, and teams. The two codings highlight twin flame and divine partnership unions. It is time to unite in cooperative New Earth alliances, harmonizing any apparent division and separation. A day filled with questioning the challenges that befall you, preventing you from fully connecting and communicating with spirit and your relationships with others in the physical realm in which you reside. Polarity reveals your conflict struggles and the apparent separation from Father, Mother, God, created by your belief in duality. First comes the magnetic tone 1, where we are unified with Source. All is bliss, and all is one. In order for greater expansion to be experienced, the one is split into 2 units, and now we have a mirror, a reflection in the external world in which to view ourselves, and so the mirror games begin. In order for Source God to know thyself, it is much easier to learn through the reflection in our outer world. Going within and doing the deep work is much more intense and requires determination and willpower. Thus God's Spirit is knowing thyself through the external expression of you. Polarized positions actually work in cooperative alliances. In cooperation, all polarities serve as backgrounds for full appreciation of one another and the whole. Examine the polarity of male and female within yourself. Explore your divine feminine and masculine aspects. Has any part of you suppressed from giving or receiving divine love and nurturance? It is real to communicate your true inner being and allow more nurturance and love to flow into your life. Do not hide parts of yourself, compartmentalizing fragments of your soul. No longer can we wear the masks of duality. It is time to take off all our masks that you have been hiding behind and become whole again, fully embracing the love you deserve. The authentic you is a true conduit for spirit, a spark of the divine. There is no separation. Today's question is, what is blocking you from fully connecting, listening, and allowing spirit to work its magic through you as a divine conduit? Do you fully accept that you are God incarnate and everyone is a reflection of this truth? Divine blessings to bliss-filled alliances, opening your divine channels to the magic of spirit. In la ketch a la keen. Christina White, Magnetic World Bridger, Keen 66. Keen 2, White Lunar Wind. The mantra, the code for today is, I polarize in order to communicate. Stabilizing breath, I seal the input of spirit. With the lunar tone of challenge, I am guided by the power of timelessness. And on this powerful day of activations, manifestations, and transformations, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now I'd like to take the time to thank everyone supporting us in our work and mission. It's because of your monthly pledges and donations we're able to continue this work. I'd like to welcome and thank Divine Sister of the Light, Angela White, for your pledge and support on Patreon, and welcome to the tribe of the Eagle and the Condor. If you'd like to support us and help us continue bringing these transmissions to the world, you can make a monthly pledge at our Patreon page at whitegoldeagle.com, or you can make a one-time donation to our PayPal account at the link at eaglelovecondor.com. 441 coming in the mirror of the 144. I'd like to also thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condor's artwork. You can purchase her beautiful handmade goddess totems, zodiac goddesses, healing jewelry, and other works of art at lunagoddessart.com. Now we're going to complete today's transmissions with a powerful prayer from Divine Sister of the Light, Patty Pooley Boyer. Prayer for self-love and for ascension. From the Lord God of my being, I am that I am, I decree, I have love for my journey into my ascension. I have compassion for all physical and emotional pain I still need to heal. I give thanks that I am now healing the past and resurrecting the new. As a master of divine expression walking the earth, I now turn on the light on my divinity. I now activate and transform my DNA to its fifth-dimensional potential. I now choose to completely heal and rejuvenate my physical body. I choose to remain happy, harmonious, and grateful. I claim the mastery that is mine to manifest my freedom and prosperity. I allow my divinity to manifest in the most wondrous way. I give thanks that it is done according to God's holy will. I call for shifts of ascension light to blaze through me daily and hourly. And so be it, beloved, I am. And so it is. Thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light. Have a most beautiful, blessed, and sacred weekend with these powerful energetics that continue to flow into this realm, blazing all consciousness in this realm with the highest light, the highest love, and the highest truth. Keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, with peace and love in every step, and keep shining your light brightly into the night. Be sure to make this day and every day the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.